Alright, so hopefully it's not as scuffed. The fan shouldn't be blowing in the mic, so we should be good. So, this episode was pretty fun. I like this episode a lot. So I'll give it a very high rating, but anyway, so the bug fight continues, yeah. The bug fight obviously continues. They wouldn't just skip over it. I don't know why I put that in the cliff notes, but hey, I did. But Kafka still cannot transform, which I was worried that this was going to be just the entire season that he would not be able to transform, but we'll get into that. So Shinomiya thinks that Kaiju number 9 is disrupting Kafka's power. I can't remember if that is what was happening, but I think it was more Kafka's confidence in himself that he wasn't turning into Kaiju number 8. But yeah. I'm pretty sure that's what it was. Because you'll see later. Because I mentioned in the cliff notes when it happened. Shinomiya gets a flashback to her mom being the strongest. Which is very cool. The thing is that wouldn't Kafka see Shinomiya's mom before, so like he wouldn't be as curious about Shinomiya's power, but like whatever. So then after the flashbacks, we see, well, we already kind of knew Shinomiya's drive to become the strongest hunter. Not hunter. Yeah, I guess it would be hunter. To be the strongest hunter. We already knew that it had something to do with her mom, but we never got to see her mom. And what I really appreciate about Kaiju number 8's team is that they actually make the characters look like a blend of their parents. Because Shinomiya looks like, or has her father's eyes and hairstyle, but she has her mom's, she has her mom's hair and, just general look, but, the roots, you see Shinomiya's father's roots are, spiky at the front of his face. Shinomiya's is like that, too. So I really appreciate that they didn't just make a copy of her mom and call it a day and just change the eye color. They actually mixed together a bunch of stuff. I appreciate that. And this is where we get the possible real reason that Kaiju number 8 wasn't showing himself. Kafka has a vision of Kaiju number 8 killing his friends. And Kafka, seeing this, is like, oh shit, I cannot transform. Otherwise, it will kill my friends. But I feel like it was most likely a trick by Kaiju, by the bigger Kaiju. I think it was confirmed Kaiju number 10 to be the one that was pulling the strings and like making Kafka see all that. But yeah, as that's happening, Captain Narumi, which I used to call him Captain Gamer, I almost kept the joke going, but like I recently learned that he's my favorite character. And yes, just because of the hair. It's because of his spiky hair. I don't like his bowl cut, but his spiky hair is awesome. Captain Anatomy's sword is also a gun, which I think that's awesome, dude. I like that. That's awesome. I thought that was cool, so I put it down on the notes. It's not really an important thing. I just put it down because I thought it was a cool part. But then we learn that Captain Nanami has Kaiju #1 eyes from the sword. So the sword is made with pieces of Kaiju #1, which I thought was really cool. It makes sense how powerful he is. He can predict the future. So to say that if him and Kaiju #8 ever go at it, I'm sure Kaiju will get a run for his money. Captain Nanami defeats the clone of #9, not #9 himself. Or is it a clone? Or is it just a copy of himself? Because I know that he's meant to be a cordyceps, so it's like it's not him, but it is him. Yeah, anyway. So then Kafka accidentally says out loud that he saw the vision and he's like, I can't let #8 be the death of my friends. And Shinomiya encourages Kafka and says, are you kidding me? You're literally downplaying our power. I mean, we were literally made to be Kaiju slayers, which, like, I get, but also you've seen Kaiju #8 and his feats. That's why that's literally the only reason that Kafka is alive right now, is because Kaiju #8 is useful. So then after the encouraging words, Kaiju #8 is back up and running. And bro, the soundtrack whenever Kafka transforms, oh, it's so badass. And I was honestly worried that this entire season was going to be about, oh, Kafka, we need Kaiju #8. And then when it comes to the final straw and Shinomiya is at a near-death experience, Kaiju #8 finally comes out. I was so worried that was going to be the entire season. Because the main reason that I even got into Kaiju #8 ever at all is literally because I liked the design of #8. And yes, it was because of Fortnite, but it's only because I saw the design for Kaiju #8 in the Fortnite item shop, and I was like, damn, that guy looks sick. And I was like, shit, I gotta watch this anime now. I literally just loved the design of Kaiju #8. He also has some of my favorite colors in him. Cyan and black or gray or black, whichever one. But yeah, just really like the design. I'm glad that it's not gone completely. I was worried that the second season was just going to be about him trying to get it back. And then after that, Kaiju #8 finally defeats #9. Well, I'm sure he's gonna come back because the fucker never dies. Because last time we thought that we killed him, you know. But yeah, overall, this was probably one of my favorite episodes of the series in general. I liked that there was actual stakes. Like, for anime, what I love about anime is that you don't know who's safe and who's not. Like, for American shows, I hate doing this, but like, generally, if we're generalizing, for the most part, you don't know who lives and who dies. Like, for The Walking Dead, you know that, like, Daryl Dixon isn't gonna die. Mainly because he's a fan favorite, and if he ever died, you know, people have a field day. Rick Grimes, he didn't die, so, like, they wouldn't kill him off later on. Could be wrong, though. What I love about anime is that they are not afraid to kill off their characters, their main characters. Other than like My Hero Academia, I think My Hero Academia gets a little bit scared on killing off their beloved characters. They did kill off Toga, so you know, there's that. But like, they don't ever kill off big characters in My Hero. So yeah, I don't know, man. I can't really think of an anime where they killed off the main character, but I know that they exist. But yeah, anyway, I give this episode a, let's see, this was almost a near perfect episode. Huh. This one's difficult because I'm scared to rate it a 9. Because realistically, it was more of an okay episode, but like, the fact that they subverted expectations from this season being like a 5-star season, because that's like middle of the road. I'm gonna give it a fair rating and say 7.5 to a pure 8 out of 10. It was an awesome episode. I loved it. It's probably one of the best episodes, but I just cannot, in my heart, give it a full 10 out of 10. Because I know that there will probably be better episodes in the future that deserve better ranking. But this episode was fun. It was actually, you know what? No, we're gonna give it a 8.5 out of 10. Because like, I love this episode. There was a lot of fight scenes. We got flashbacks and stuff. And I always kind of like flashbacks to see a deeper story behind our characters. But yeah, anyway, make sure to like, share, subscribe, turn on notifications, and yeah, your hopeless guy signing out.